I am in great company for this Woman of Impact competition. It's an effort by our local branch of the American Heart Association to highlight women in each of the 7 cities who've been on a mission to spread heart health and stroke awareness. I have the honor of representing the city of Norfolk. As many of you know, I've been on the journey of a lifetime, losing 100 pounds over the years after a high blood pressure diagnosis 9 years ago. Once I learned hypertension was a risk factor for heart disease and stroke, I knew I had to make a change. And that's my why, prevention. My fellow competitor representing the city of Newport News, Terry Ackerson. She's a nurse, an avid runner, and a stroke survivor. An undiagnosed heart problem led to her stroke in 2013.
There was a moment of bartering with God because I thought, am I ever going to be able to tell my son or husband that I love them? Are those words ever going to come out of my mouth again?
Representing the city of Chesapeake, Tamika Quinn. She survived 2 strokes after giving birth to one of her daughters. But it wasn't until years later, when her daughter developed high cholesterol, that she took action to make a change.
I had these strokes at 27. I was paralyzed. I had to relearn how to do everything. I went through an extensive amount of rehabilitation. It wasn't until my daughter, who was 8 at the time, developed severe high cholesterol that it clicked for me that I have to make a change, not just for myself, but for my family.
Representing the city of Suffolk, twin sister chefs Deborah Rapson and Dedra Blunt. They started sharing heart-healthy meal alternatives after their mother survived a heart attack.
Do you guys realize that you're saving lives by sharing the advice when it comes to cooking with folks?
Yes. I try not to think about it because I will cry. I was going to say it, cry. I'm a huge crybaby, Jessica, and people don't know that about me. But if I think about it too hard, I'll cry. So I try not to, focus on it a lot. But, usually when I leave with like a demonstration or whatever, and I reflect on it, I'm like, wow, we are really changing lives, one recipe at a time.
Representing the city of Portsmouth, Avanti Allen Benson. She's a health advocate and manager in the Portsmouth Health Department. Like many of us, she found herself struggling to stay on track during the pandemic, but she says she's more determined than ever to lead by example.
My last set of numbers were horrible. Wow. So that was a wake-up call because diabetes runs in my family, high blood pressure runs in my family. Okay, obesity is a risk factor for all of the chronic diseases. So I had to make a change.
And our youngest competitor is from Hampton, Sierra Williams McLeod. She's a biochemistry major at Hampton University, and she co-founded a healthy food pantry for college students. She says you're never too young to put your health first.
Start now. It's never too early to take control of your health. You only have one body, so treat it well.
What an incredible group of women. The real winner in this competition is Hampton Roads. Because of this mission, more people know what it takes for heart and brain health. Getting that 150 minutes of exercise per week, ditch the salt and sugar and fill up on veggies, fruit, and lean meat. 80% of heart disease and strokes could be prevented with these simple lifestyle changes, and you deserve to be a part of that number.